If you have ever been to Deep in the City and people started chanting a song that you don't know, chances are it was Gams.
Yo,
My
bro.
dog was good.
Nah, I'm chilling.
Am I lying?
Nah,
Am I
there's a
lying?
bit of truth to that.
Dog, it was Queen's College, no?
Yeah.
That is such an iconic song, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I think when I think Deep in the City, I've got maybe 3 songs I think of. That's probably number 1 because that's the first time I was like, who and what is this? Because I think it was Black Coffee.
Yes, it was Black Coffee, yeah.
Just close the volume, and then everyone's whoa, whoa, ba ba ba. Goosebumps, dog.
Yeah,
Goosebumps.
nah, crazy
Shout out
track,
to
bro.
you, man.
Thanks, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, his name is Gums. I kept calling him Gooms the whole time. I'm sure you have too. But dog, please just explain before we even get to who you are.
Yeah.
The whole Gums thing, right? How common is it that people would call you Gums?
Gooms, yeah, nah. It's usually the Zulu guys who call me Gooms. I don't know, it's part of the language dialect, I guess.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do make that.
Yeah.
A lot of people do make that mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's gums, like the gums between your teeth.
Yeah.
And how that name came about is basically from my full name, which is Khomolemo. Then for short is Khomo, then Khoms,
Yeah.
then Gomes,
Then Gomes.
then Gams just had a better ring to it for me, man. And it's been my nickname since high school.
I've got you, man. Shout out to you. It is so dope. I think that's the one song I mean, a lot of us would resonate with when we think of you.
Yeah.
But this was the first time I had a taste of sort of like who Gums is. And it is so dope, man. You've got a specific sound. The sound is yours. It sounds dope. You don't mess around with the chants. Do you have a love for those chants? Is it like it worked the first time? Chances are it'll work again. What's the relationship there? Because I think it was like 3 or 4 songs straight that had like a signature going on.
Yeah. I think it was probably like four of them. But I'm an artist, man. So I listen to a wide variety of music, and the music that I'm most passionate about is traditional African music, whether it's like from West Africa, from Mali, from Ghana, South Africa. So I'm passionate about these African traditional. I've got a whole playlist of like traditional folk African music, and I sample a lot from them. I think there's got a spirituality about them. You wonder, these guys they didn't study music, they didn't go to school, but when they sing together, they so coordinated and something beautiful comes out. So I actually sample a lot of these African chants, and as I was looking for chants, actually someone on a WhatsApp story just shared the Mtana video of Queen's College, just a short clip. I was like, this is in my alley. It's a chant, it sounds deep, it's spiritual, and I was like, I asked the guy to send me the video, sent it to me. I ripped the audio there. It's like, let me try. I mean, before Mtana I had a lot of tracks almost similar, but it wasn't Sgwijos. It was other chants that maybe South Africans didn't really relate to, but the Europeans did. They like African chants. So I used that, and the South Africans actually related a lot to that, obviously. When Black Coffee played it, people thought it was Black Coffee's track, and it blew up. It was just something new. And that's what I'm always doing. I don't know, probably all artists say this, but I definitely mean when I say, like, I follow my own trend, I try my own things, I experiment and see where it gets me. And Tarama was a result of the experimenting. It's something new, something people have never heard. It's inspired by the likes of, Tulo the song with his track, Webaba. It's one of those things where it's something you've never heard, but everyone's like, yo, this is crazy, and it works. So, yeah, as well as that mood I'm trying to go for.
Yeah, I see, man. Lovely. So I obviously just checked up on your music, and you've got a bit of quite a catalog, actually,
Yeah.
And you've been around for some time now.
Yeah.
But where did the whole journey begin for you?
Yeah, I started in high school. I started producing hip hop music. just making beats for friends.
So I was right about the gums thing. It's dog. Yeah, all right.
Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're saying, Gum's more of a hip hop name. I guess maybe that's what it's about.
Were you using it that time too?
Yeah. I
Okay, I
was.
see. All right.
So I started with hip hop beats, and then a friend of mine introduced me to tribal house, and I fell in love with tribal house.
From
Like
hip hop to tribal.
Yeah,
That's
it's
interesting.
crazy,
Okay.
man. Like I said, I've got a musical mind, so my musical taste expands all over, man. But when I heard tribal, I'm like, yo, I really, I relate to this. And then, listen to the likes of Da Capo back then, Problem Child, and Kulu the Song. Those were the main guys. There were the likes of Black Soul was there in those days. I forgot the other guys, man. But yeah, I listened to tribal house like hardcore for years and years, and then I started making tribal house. And then as house music evolved, I started incorporating electronic elements into it. So my music has evolved, starting from tribal to Afro house, which is infusing electronic elements into it. And then the Sgwijo came out, Dagama. I saw people liked it. I released a few more Sgwijos. People liked them, so I was like, no, let me stick to this style and also own this style. So call it Sgwijo house. Like the set you'll hear will cover a lot of those Sgwijo house tracks, and I found a way to make it work. Those vocals are hard to sample, man. Some of them I get them on time by luck. Some of them is like, yeah, I get it. They're hard to sample. Like you heard the 3/4, and that was a tough one to sample.
But it was brilliant. It was such a beautiful song.
It works. It works out at the end. So I've found a way to actually work with these Sgwijo vocals, and I think South Africans and the world relate to them. So it's a way of linking the two musical tastes. And also creating my own style that people can know, okay, this can only be Gums.
We've got you. That is dope, man.
Yeah.
That is dope. All right. So, sorry, coming back to my notes here. Yeah, I was saying, so you were saying in the mix, there's a lot of unreleased music.
Yeah.
So what are we working on? What can we expect?
Yeah, actually, when I got the text from you, as I said, I was like, you know what, I'm working on a lot of music. Let me just bounce them. A lot of them are straight from FL Studio. So, yeah, a lot of them are unfinished.
Never even tell, man. Could never tell, yeah.
Yeah, some of them are unfinished, but these are straight from FL Studio. I'm actually working on an album, second studio album. The first one is called Black Child. The second one, I won't announce the name as yet, but I've got the name. But yeah, I won't announce it as yet. But the second one is coming through. I'm going to release a couple of singles leading up to that.
Nice.
I feature the likes of Atmos is there, Sipe Tebeka's there.
Dope. You worked with Sipe Tebeka.
Sipe Tebeka's there.
And I can now hear it when I can hear it. I can hear it, the sound. I can hear how you guys would work.
Yeah,
I think that guy's brilliant, man.
Nah, he's top.
Yo.
Man. He knows what he's doing. So he's featured there. Bugega's there. KG Zoo, you also had him. Those are guys I can think of top of my head. But there's still a couple of guys I'm gonna be putting on there, likes of Technique and Lisuka, working on some stuff as well.
Nice.
So yeah, the album's coming along nicely, man.
Oh man, I'm excited. Especially once you've dropped those features, I can get a taste and feel of what it's gonna sound like.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it just sounds like something I wanna get onto. Get into a car. A straight 3-hour, 4-hour road trip to like random Bloemfontein or something, just to zone out and listen to good music.
Nah, definitely.
Sounds like one of those, man. Massive shout out. So there's like these random questions that I like asking, right? Just to get to know Gums a little better, right?
I hope it's not who am I dating.
No,
I'm
no,
joking,
no,
I'm
no.
joking.
Ex-girlfriends and all of these things. No. So, what is a back-to-back that you'd look forward to playing?
A back-to-back I'd look forward to playing. That would either have to be between Cairo and Da Capo.
And if it had to be one?
Da Capo.
Da Capo. Legend, man. Legend. Dope.
Yeah.
What takes precedence in your music, vocals or keys? Or in your like creative process?
Keys.
Keys, no? Ironically so. All right. As a random question, but one house song you could make love to.
Take Me to My Love.
Take Me
by
to
Ralph
My
Gam.
Love. All right. right, all right. I think that
Makes
was the
sense,
first one
man.
on top of your head. But yeah,
Yeah, it does.
I probably have. Come to think of it. Ah,
You
man,
have.
what a time. I mean, when I think about that, that was like maybe 2014,
Yeah.
15, maybe 13, somewhere around then. And, man, I mean, for me, that was like my wild era. That was like, so
I mean, it's a tough question because house music is quite fast. I don't know.
True.
You need to be quite wild to making love to house music.
Do you know what KG said?
What?
Move, guys.
Yo! Yo! Nah, that's wild. But
One house song you've been listening to for over 20 years. And you've listened to this year too.
Yo. I can't think of one, but it'd have to be like from those travel eras. I don't think Webaba is from 20 years back, but that's probably the oldest song that I still bump today. By Little song. Which other one can I think of? There's a track by a Problem Child called Kwenzenjani. Yeah, I still listen to it there like now.
Is that 20 years ago?
I'm not too sure about that.
Oh,
Probably not.
okay.
20 years ago, yeah, I can't
It's
think
a
of
long
any.
time ago.
Bro.
It's generally like international songs. Because I'm not sure what was happening with house that time. But yeah, all right, interesting. At least you gave us 10 years ago. That's
Yeah,
fine.
aye.
That's fine. What is an unforgettable moment in your career?
Ah, man, during lockdown, when you're watching Black Coffee's live sessions, when all lockdown, all watching the lights, the spotlights on Black Coffee, and then he drops Mtana. And the following week, he drops another track by me called 40 Nights. So that was like a highlight. Yeah.
Like back to back in those
Back to
lockdown
back,
mixes.
in those lockdown
that
times,
was
bro.
crazy. And I'm sure you got a lot of attention from that.
Yeah,
and-
I mean, it was hard to capitalize on it because of lockdown, man. So you had to find creative ways to capitalize on those big tracks because one big track can take you, somewhere else. And unfortunately, I couldn't capitalize on it. But what I did manage to do is during that time, I started a label.
Nice.
And because I was popping that time, like I was able to attract a lot of artists. And yeah, I got the likes of Atmos Black into the team, KG Zoo in the team, and then there's another guy that I'd really recommend that you also check out, man, King Donna.
King Donna.
So those three are the main
I've
guys.
seen King
that,
Donna's name quite a lot of times, yeah.
Makes like some hard afro. So those are the three guys that basically, I found, put them into the game, and now they're doing their own thing, pushing. So I was glad to see them.
So when did you discover Atmos?
Probably during lockdown.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Yo, that is dope.
Or just after 2020 or 2021.
Okay. That is dope. That is dope. I literally discovered the dude last year. I'm so embarrassed, man. All right.
A lot of guys did.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
An embarrassing moment in your career.
It must be. But which event was it? I think I was playing at a techno club, man. They booked me. And yeah, it was quite a big booking, large crowd. And you know the deal when you queue on the wrong side.
Hey! And you must start again. And build
They must start
momentum.
slowly, queuing on the wrong side.
Was it beginning of the set, mid set, end of the set?
When it was hot, man.
Oh!
Towards the end.
Why does this always happen when it's hot? It never happens like when it's light, but as soon as the energy is good, that must always happen with people.
No, I think it makes sense because that's when the artist gets excited, he's pumped up, and he's feeling like I can do anything, man. And he's just going, he's not thinking too much.
True.
It's like the
In the
crowd is
moment.
listening to me, so I'm gonna do my own thing, and then you get overconfident, and then
Yeah. Dog. Massive shout out, dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are simple questions, just to understand a little more of who you are.
No
but like
problem.
now moving forward, you've mentioned some names that you have on the album, but like who are the names that you still wish you could have gotten on the album? Or
Murumba
maybe
Page.
for future albums, who would you consider working with?
Murumba Page for sure.
Murumba
I'd like to
Page,
work
dog.
more with the commercial guys now, like just to infuse my sound and see what can come out of it. See how the commercial market can relate. So Murumba Page, Kabza, Da Capo, of course, again. Yeah, I'd say those three, man.
Nice. All right, so you're trying to take a little more of a commercial appeal now.
Yeah, so I'm also working on three step. I've got some three step that
Oh, we heard. It was
I've
hot.
started, and I'm getting a lot of good traction. I mean, even the likes of Murder, I sent them some stuff, and they liked it.
Nice.
Malum's on decks, they're feeling my three step. So I've gone into three step, adding the lock drum, but still sticking to my African style, and seems to be getting traction. So that's going to be in the album as well. A lot of those are going to be in the album.
Of course, you. Sorry, man. I'm just distracted by your watch. Man. It looks very expensive. Just show us there like this. That's a very nice watch, man. What is that?
Hey, bro, it's a Rolex. Now I'm joking,
Hey!
bro.
Hey! Yeah,
No,
man.
I'm a big watch fanatic, bro. So I collect watches. Yeah, some of the brands like are quite unknown, but yeah, I collect watches, man.
Nice, nice.
I like
No,
them.
no. It's a very distinguished thing to do, you know?
Yeah, where's your watch, bro?
I'm
Probably
when
Apple
I
Watch.
shoot, yeah, it is. It's definitely Apple Watch. But I just realized that those have absolutely no character. Like they
Oh,
add
yeah, yeah.
nothing to the look.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
basic thing to have. Like it's just an essential, a very practical thing. But I think yeah, in a few years, you know, once the budget is right, I might just start a collection of my own. All right, man. All right. I did say short and sweet.
Yeah, yeah,
But in closing, man, how many years, for example, have you been in the industry professionally?
Yeah, I think probably like 10 to 11,
10 years.
10, 11 years. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was only quite recent before you had your first hit. I'm not sure. Maybe you might have had a hit before. Maybe it was bigger than Tagama, but
Yeah, no, Mtana is the biggest.
it's the biggest, right? So you had to like really go through it before getting that and everything else that's still to come. But what has kept you going since?
My label has kept me going, man. Yeah, the label's kept me going.
What's your label's name?
Gums Music.
Gums Music. Okay.
Gums Music, finding new talents, collaborating with new talents, just growing my audience through the label. So that's kept me going. Yeah.
I've got that, man. All right. That's an interesting one. I've never had that answer before. But nice one, brother. Thank you so much for coming through.
Sure,
and
thanks for the invite.
hope to see you soon, man. Hope to
I
see
hope
you
so,
soon.
man.
The next time I see Gums on a poster and it's around Gauteng, trust I'm there, man.
I'll keep it to that, bro.
All right. Easy. It's his house.